Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rider Ramblings. It's the holidays, yeah! I've just started my holidays, and the sun might have come out, though the weather forecast for the next week or so is not very good. Definitely not very good. Anyhow, I'm off to see the vet, the doctor. I don't know, this getting old business is not necessarily very good, as I seem to be gaining aches and pains in various different places, which doesn't seem to help. Anyhow, not to worry. The FJR saga with the Gearbox recall has been a sort of development. Last Friday, a week ago, we had another test with the expert from Yamaha France, and he rode my motorcycle and I rode a Yamaha France FJR press bike, which had slightly, well, about 8,000 kilometers less. I wonder if he's got an indicator. Anyhow, about 8,000 kilometers less on the odometer, about a year younger than mine. And to me, the difference was very noticeable between the two bikes. Mine vibrated a lot, and I do mean a lot, and the Yamaha press bike didn't. It was exactly the same as mine had been prior to the recall. Nice and smooth. Yes, there's always vibrations on a motorbike, but these were not the harsh, hard vibrations that I have on mine. Anyhow, so we went and we did about 70 kilometers, which is about approximately 50 miles, not quite, but about that. On various different roads, and it was so noticeable to me, the difference between, as I say, my bike and the press bike. But the expert said he couldn't feel any difference. Now, to me, I'm lost for words, I really am. Totally lost for words, because I mean, it really is very noticeable. I mean, I'm not a superhuman, I'm not, Clark Kent or Bruce Wayne or whomever. I'm just an ordinary person. So the fact that, why can I feel it when the expert can't? I can only think that there's some sort of ulterior motive on this. To me, they've got to be able to feel it. It's as simple as that. It's just that noticeable that you've got to be able to feel it. So I think there's an ulterior motive. Anyhow, I sent my report into Yamaha France. I haven't received anything back from Yamaha France about it at all, as in a report. But what they have said is they'll sell me the press bike. Well, I want my bike. I don't really want the press bike. It's a bit windy here. It certainly is a bit windy. You'll have to excuse me, I'm going to have to hold the bike up Why is my generator not generating? Okay. So anyhow, they've come up with an offer to sell me the press bike, but I don't know what the offer is, and I won't know what the offer is until the end of well, decide where you're going. Until the beginning of September, as the whole of France is closed for August. I know certainly the Yamaha garage in Créteil is closed from tonight until the 31st, Tuesday the 31st, because they work Tuesday to Saturday usually. So they're not going to come up with an offer or whatever until then. So I'm a bit in limbo over the summer, so that's another summer gone basically. I'm on holiday with a bike that vibrates a lot, so never mind. It's but I took the FJR out on yesterday. Yes, yesterday I took the FJR out yesterday. Just in town. I don't think I went above sort of about 40 miles an hour, about 55, 60 kilometers an hour, something like that. Didn't go above that. So I was mainly in first and second gear for the whole period. And I mean, it was just so noticeable. Not just a bit noticeable. It was just so noticeable. And don't know what Charlie's trying to do on his scooter apart from get killed. And I mean, interestingly, for the first time I felt a different sensation on the bike when I was actually stationary. Now this is something I haven't felt before, but when I was stationary at traffic lights, there was a resonance. I'm going to say about every quarter of a second to half a second there was a distinct resonance. Well done, Mr. Opal. I'm so glad you were watching the road and understanding what the traffic was going to do. Never mind. There was a distinct resonance coming from what I thought was the right-hand side, so the clutch side of the gearbox and so on. And I'm just wondering if this is in any way connected to the vibration I feel. Now, I hadn't felt the resonance before, but it was definitely there a couple of times when I was waiting at traffic lights. So I'm going to have to do some more investigation on that one. I wonder why the... No, he's lost. That's why. That's what he's doing. He's lost. So, anyhow, that's the situation. I can't do anything until after the summer. The press bike. Would I do an exchange for it? Well, in France, you've got to pay every time you buy a new vehicle, or you sell a vehicle second hand or whatever. you have to pay a document charge, which I would have to pay. I don't know how much it is. I'll look it up. I paid it when I bought the bikes, but I wasn't really all that interested. I'll look it up and see how much it is. But if there's no cost to me, absolutely zero cost to me, apart from possibly the document charge, then I might take them up on the offer. The problem is, with it being a press bike, it will have been, how can I put it, spiritually ridden by a few people, even though it's only got about 4,000 kilometres on the clock. Uh-oh, traffic does not look good. Oh, by the way, I'll talk about that in a minute. So, anyhow, the problem is, quite literally, do I want to buy the press bike or not? And the answer is probably not. Simply because how it's been ridden. But it hasn't been overly abused. The gearbox feels fine. It's had the work done on it. There is a slight, I don't know how to call it, maybe slight resonance from the differential. This is probably due to them testing out the slipper clutch and downshifting at high RPM. Whether or not it'll affect the vehicle, I don't know. It's something I'll have to think about. But if there's absolutely no cost to me, i.e. they do a straight swap, and I pay the document charge, then yeah, I'll go for it. But apart from that, I'm not really interested. So at the present time, there's quarantine restrictions between the UK and France. They've lifted it for most countries, but not for France. Thank you very much, Mr. Macron, for irritating the British government 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with the lurgy. It's due to Mr. Macron doing things that irritated the British government. Anyhow, until they lift those restrictions, I can't really take the bike over to the UK and get it tested at the FJR club, which is what I wanted to do. That would be my ideal, I think, is get it over to the FJR club and get Doc and Ernie to test the bike, find the problems, find the vibration, and do the work. I mean, it cost quite a lot of money, but I like the bike. I do. And I want it back the way it was, which is one of the reasons I'm not really very keen on a swap for the press bike. I would go for the press bike, but as I say, it would have to be on my terms only. Anyhow, that's the update on the bike. Now to traffic. Today is one of the changeover days in France, where people who went on holiday on the 14th of July are coming back this weekend, and the people who are going on holiday at the beginning of August are leaving this weekend, so it's actually listed as a black day for the whole of France on on the roads. So consequently, yeah, it's so I've left myself a lot of time actually to get down to the doctor's. Normally, yes, blue car, be careful, nearly pulled over in front of me. Normally it would take 40 minutes, but I've given an extra 20 minutes of time. Oh, yes, very interesting. This is now legal. Lane splitting is now legal in Paris. Well, in parts of France. It depends on which part of France you're in. You're allowed to lane split again as of yesterday, I think it is. Yes, yesterday. New law came into effect, allowing lane splitting. Excuse me. Allowing lane splitting in parts of France. Again, it's an experiment for 3 years. It's not you're going to be allowed to do it forever. It's another experiment for 3 years because they said that the previous experiment wasn't conducted exactly as it should have been. So they're doing another one, which is really good news. Really good news. I don't know what... This is the problem with holiday traffic. They've got no idea where they're going and no idea how to drive in Paris or in France. Anyhow, so what I'm doing was that they're legal again. Yeah! So it is an experiment, so we'll have to see what happens in 3 years' time. This is, we're joining the Autoroute du Soleil. That's what this is. And because we're joining the Autoroute du Soleil, we have traffic jam. So... Never mind. Anyhow, I'll say thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Don't know why we've got a traffic jam. I think it's just the density of traffic coming down onto the A6, A10, the Autoroute du Soleil. But I'll say thank you very much. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. Let me know what you would do. Would you buy the press bike? Would you put money down? Bearing in mind it's 1 year younger than my bike. And it's 1 year younger than my bike and has only done 4,500 kilometers approximately, whereas my bike's done 12,200. Now this is very clever. As you can see, this is why I left my period of time to get there. So, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll leave the camera running just in case somebody has stuffed it up in front. And made a bit of a pig's ear of the traffic system. If not, we'll see you next time.